Hey YouTube, I'm back. This time with a much larger than I imagined semi-annual sale haul from Bath and Body Works. So today is June 16th, I think, is the first day. Yeah, the first day of the semi-annual sale for summer 2025 at Bath and Body Works. I went in with a mission, so I went in with an offer for $2.99 soaps and wallflowers, and that's like all soaps and wallflowers. I also had a 10 off 40, which is just like whatever. And also I went in with my wish list. So I definitely had an agenda with what I wanted to pick up. I picked up a couple things that even I was surprised by. I picked up a couple things because my husband was with me and he actually wanted them. So yeah, definitely kind of like a mix of stuff that's going on, but it was a good trip. I have a ponytail in my hair right now because in the morning, my husband Jake and I were kind of like running around a little bit like in the bush of Colorado, and we stopped in a little town, like small-ish town called Greeley, which is north of Denver, and that's where I did my shopping. So it was a really nice store. I had never been to it before. I still have not been to my local Bath & Body Works, but I was quite pleased with the turnout. The associates were wonderful. Selection was great, so I was quite happy with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is my big, huge 41 item, $175 Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale haul. So let's jump right into it. So I'll start with my hand soaps like I typically do for Bath & Body Works hauls. The first four that I picked up are Coconut Lime Verbena. So I mentioned in my wish list video yesterday that I'm a little bit concerned because last summer these weren't the same scent as the body care. The keynotes are Zesty Lime, Lemon Verbena, and Coconut Water. I have a shower gel that I picked up at the winter semi-annual sale, so let me compare those keynotes. So in the shower gel, it's Sparkling Key Lime, Sheer Jasmine, and Coconut Water. So I mean, it's suggesting that there's a little bit of a difference, but I mean, like, whatever. And I would say that, I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a difference. I feel like last year it was definitely more obvious, where this hand soap last year was different. But I think that, I mean, maybe it's a little bit more earthy, but I don't mind it. I felt like last year was more like spa, like almost clay-like. And so, yeah, I mentioned yesterday that I was sick last week, and I'm still kind of like, my sense of smell is still like in the process of being 100%. So I feel like maybe in the coming weeks I can have a better idea of this. But this to me was like close enough. Like it was clearly not Coconut Lime Verbena like in the hand or in the body care. But yeah, I'd say at least good enough. So Coconut Lime Verbena, I picked up 4 of them. It's how many they had. So, you know, there you go. And also I'm kind of like desperate for more soaps right now, which is just like a strange place to be in personally. But yeah, speaking of picking up more hand soaps, I also picked up 2 Rosewater and Ivies. These were on my wish list. The keynotes here are Soft Rose Petals, Rain-Kissed Ivy, and Spring Musk. Those are the notes that we've had for a long time. I love Rosewater and Ivy. I love it in a hand soap and in home fragrance. To be honest with you, I don't really love it in body care. But PocketBacs, hand soap, home fragrance, so good. I could use this any time of year. So I imagine that I'll use up one of these in the summer and maybe either in the fall or winter. But yeah, I love Rosewater and Ivy. I love to have at least a couple of hand soaps in it in my collection. I also picked up a hand soap, again, because I did have that code for $2.99. It says in the fine print, by the way, on the barcode for it, that it's the store's discretion whether or not they'll combine it with the 10 off 40. Mine did, so it is very worth it to go ahead and ask. But yeah, it was any hand soap and any wallflowers were $2.99. So I picked up Kitchen Mandarin. I've had this one a couple times and I love it. It's just from the normal White Barn Core, but it's so delicious. Like the mandarin of this is, I would say, like the mandarin that's in Mango Mandarin. It's so good. The keynotes are Sparkling Mandarin, Fresh Thyme, and Cedar Wood. I love that mandarin. I wouldn't necessarily call it edible. not really. But oh, it's so good. That mandarin is so zesty and tangy and in the forefront. It's so good. I typically do not like cedar because to me, cedar smells like a hamster cage. Like just growing up with rodents, it just smells like a hamster cage to me. But it's so in the background. The mandarin is very much so forward that this is so good. I love this. I would totally recommend it any time of year. The next two that I picked up are two that I did not anticipate getting, but my husband was with me, like I mentioned, and I had like flippantly said to him, like, oh yeah, they have a men's line. I guess I've never said those words to him, but today in the car I said it. And so he wanted to kind of look at like what kinds of fragrances they had in the men's line. And so he saw that mahogany teakwood was part of that. And I said, oh, they've had this fragrance for a long time. They have it in hand soap too. So he wanted me to pick up 2 hand soaps in mahogany teakwood. This is not one that I would pick up myself. I mean, like, it's fine. I don't dislike the fragrance, but I don't like it so much that I would like pick it up for myself, if that makes sense. Like, I'm more into the florals and the fruit and whatever. So, I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's mahogany teakwood, so like, whatever. So I'll use it. I'll enjoy it. But like I said, if it was just me, I wouldn't pick it up, but he wanted it. So there we are. The last 3 hand soaps I picked up are also from my wish list. I went ahead and picked up 3 from the Spring and Ice Lemon Pound Cake. I had mentioned yesterday that this is always a hit in my house, both with people who live in my house, but also with guests who come over. And the keynotes for Mahogany Teakwood, by the way, are Rich Mahogany, Black Teakwood, and Dark Oak. Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, I think, is this fragrance. But anyway, that's it. So the keynotes for Ice Lemon Pound Cake are glazed icing, pure lemon zest, and fluffy cake. I love it. So good. So Aro Pear is from South Africa. I don't know that I've ever mentioned that on my channel, but she said that there's like a type of cookie you can get in South Africa that smells just like this. So she said that she liked it. So anyway, I wanted to pick up 3 more just to have in my collection because I used up my last one, I think, in May. Okay, so that's it for my hand soaps. As you guys know from yesterday, I wanted to just add a little bit more variety into my collection because I've really been lacking that lately. Now let's get into body care. So I picked up 3 fine fragrance mists. Even though I'm really not going through them lately, I picked up 3 fine fragrance mists in Bubblegum Pop. I mentioned yesterday that I was going to get this because when it came out in 2022, I kind of slept on it. Like, I bought a couple of shower gels, but I was really regretting once I finished those up that I hadn't bought trios. So this year I made it a point to buy trios, and actually I bought 3 trios in Bubblegum Pop. It is so delicious and yummy, and yeah, I just feel like Bath & Body Works does great bubblegum fragrances. The key notes are gumball sugar, candied fruits, and citrus burst, and yeah, it just smells just like pink bubblegum, and it's so delicious. I would love to see Bath & Body Works relaunch their bubblegum soap. But yeah, in the meantime, at least I have those trios. So I have the 3 fine fragrance mists. I picked up 3 shower gels, and these were all $3.99, which to me is a great price. I don't imagine they'll go lower, but like, what do I know? It's not like I'm an insider or anything. I also picked up 2 lotions and also a body cream. So I'll be using up the body cream probably this summer. I know that sounds kind of like ick for the summer, but you know, Colorado is so dry. I mean, maybe you didn't know that, but Colorado is so dry that I can get away with a body cream in the summer here. So body cream, 2 lotions in Bubblegum Pop. I'm happy to have a couple of trios in that now. I also picked up just a shower gel in Starfruit Sangria. So my plan is to use this up kind of like right now-ish to see if I want to go back for a fine fragrance mist and a some kind of moisturizer. I wasn't quite sure in store, so I wanted to just then be a little bit conservative with it and just pick up the shower gel instead. The keynotes are Golden Starfruit, Kiwi Nectar, and Chilled Sangria. I've already used this up in a hand soap this year. I've used it up the last 2 years in a hand soap, and it's so good. I love this fragrance. I mean, it's very much so it's synthetic, but it's such like a fun, bright summer medley, and yeah, it's fun. So like I said, I'll just use up the shower gel for now, and as I use it up, if I'm like, man, I would really love to just like smell like this, then I'll pick up some more products. So that's that. I also picked up from that line, I actually picked up every fragrance from that line, which is kind of unusual for me, but I think that overall the line was pretty solid. I also picked up 2 shower gels in Blue Raspberry Burst. So I was really hoping that this would be out in a 3-wick, but it's only out in a single wick. That's not my jam, so I passed on it. But I thought this was such a fun fragrance, and the packaging is cute. I kind of rail on packaging from Bath & Body Works, but the packaging of this line is pretty good. The keynotes are blue raspberry, juicy candy, and sweet musk. Again, very like synthetic and fake, but I said in my video yesterday that like blue raspberry is literally synthetic. And yeah, I mean, as a kid, I loved blue raspberry flavored stuff. Like it was my favorite flavor of like, you know, like snow cone and things like that. It just kind of brings me back to like middle school. Not that one would necessarily want to go back to your middle school days, if you know what I mean, but just like nostalgically, it just takes me back to it. And yeah, it's synthetic, but it's so fun and just like really strikes a chord with that nostalgia. So Blue Raspberry Burst, very fun. I also picked up it in just one Fine Fragrance Mist. I'll go get more if I start using it up and decide that I really love it. Like love to have it on my body. And I also picked up just one lotion in Blue Raspberry Burst. So again, I'm gonna kind of be like experimenting with these kind of all at once during some of my annual sales. So that way, if I decide that I really like them, I'll just go back and get more. Then finally from that line, I did pick up a shower gel in Cotton Candy Clouds. Again, fun packaging. The keynotes are spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla. I had this on my wish list, but once I went into the store, I was kind of like meh on it, to be honest. However, I still picked it up because my husband said that he liked it. So he smelled a lotion in this and he was like, oh, well, if you find this in a shower gel, then you should pick it up. And I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But, you know, he typically doesn't care about Bath & Body Works, and so when he says that he wants something, I'll go ahead and just get it. So Cotton Candy Clouds, to me, like there's nothing wrong with the fragrance. I just feel like it's pretty forgettable. But yeah, to me it smells like almost like musky. Like this does not smell like something I would eat. Definitely not. Yeah, it smells like just musky fruit. I don't know. Does that sound gross? So yeah, I mean, it's okay. But yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll use it up and then be done. Okay, so, I also picked up some of the throwback fragrances they had. I was quite pleased with the two main throwbacks that, like, in my mind, that they were the 2 main ones that they brought back for this year. The first one is Into the Wild. This came out when I want to say like in grad school. So that was like 2012, 2013. That is when I was in, like mostly in grad school. So Into the Wild, keynotes are sparkling mandarin, pear blossom, and sugared musk. I know some people who went nuts over Into the Wild. I appreciated it, but I wasn't like ham into it. But I wanted to pick it up again just for nostalgia because I did like it at the time. And yeah, I mean, it smells like almost like conceptual, a little nondescript body care. I know that's like doesn't say anything, but sparkling mandarin, pear blossom, sugared musk. Yeah, I mean, it just smells like, yeah, like perfumey body care. So anyway, I'm very happy with just having one shower gel. I mean, maybe I'll pick up another one, but like I mentioned, I'm just going to have a variety of stuff that I'm using up. And if I decide that I'm like dying to have more, I'll just go pick up more. But for now, for just like nostalgia's sake, just one shower gel and Into the Wild. I do appreciate that they kept the original packaging, or at least like the vibes of original packaging. I mean, I know, you know, like the shape of the bottle is different from, 13 years ago. But you know, the picture of the imagery itself is the same. So Into the Wild. Speaking of throwbacks, I also wanted to pick up some Bali Mango. Now, I was into Bali Mango, again, when I was in grad school, 2012, 2013, when I first started teaching into like 2013 and 2014. That was kind of like that season of life for me, and it just reminds me of that. So I picked up a trio, so Fine Fragrance Mist shower gel and also a body cream. Keynotes are Juicy Mango, Pink Passion Flower, and Luscious Nectarine. I prefer it over Into the Wild just because I feel like it's more concrete in like what it smells like, and that's why I like Bath & Body Works. I I mean, still, it's not edible. Like, I wouldn't eat something that smells like this or drink something that smells like it, but it's very mango forward. It's got a zinginess, and yeah, I like it. Fun. So anyway, largely the same packaging that it used to have. So I'm glad that they like have kept that. So yeah, Bali Mango right there. I just bought the one trio again. I'll start using it kind of like nowish. And then if I decide that I really want to have more, then I'll just go get more while it's still on sale. The last item of body care that I picked up is another husband request. This is a shower gel or a body wash, whatever, in Firecracker Pop. Keynotes are red cherry, fresh citrus, and juicy berry. I already have one of these, but my husband wanted more because I said to him like, oh, we already have one in my stash, but he said he wanted a second one, which is fine by me. We'll use it up, whatever. So very synthetic, smells like a bomb pop, but again, like bomb pops are synthetic, so it makes sense. So Firecracker Pop right there. The one thing that was on my wish list that I did not get my hands on, by the way, speaking of Firecracker Pop, is the Firecracker Pop 3-wick. Oddly enough, that store didn't have them. So we'll see. I'll just decide later if I like really want to go to a store again to pick up another one, but the price needs to be right. And by that, I mean under $14. So yeah, that's fine. But I did pick up one candle. So I got a candle in Starfruit Sangria. I think it was like $10.99, $10.95. $10.95 sounds more accurate for Bath & Body Works. $10.95, I think. So a good price for these. Plus I had those coupons, or a coupon that worked on this. The keynotes here are Golden Starfruit, Kiwi Nectar, and Chilled Sangria. Again, it's synthetic, but I just think it's really fun. These are kind of like the thinner wicks with the core, so it should be a pretty good burn. So I'm okay with just having one, but I did want to get one. So speaking of home fragrance, I also picked up some Wallflowers just because I did have that code for $2.99. I have really only gotten into Wallflowers in the last couple of years, and I'm still not the person who goes crazy over the plugs. I think I have like three plugs total, but I don't have any running right now because once I used up my last Wallflower in Kansas City, I was just done because I didn't want to bother moving with like scented oil. I really did not want to move scented oil across state lines. So I went ahead and picked up a whole bunch of, and by that I mean like 8 Wallflowers just to kind of get me by. So I picked up 2 in Strawberry Melon. I wanted something that was kind of like lush and fun and summery, and this was definitely it. The keynotes are fresh strawberries, crisp honeydew, and red apple. So 2 of those. I also picked up 2 in Island Margarita. Oftentimes I'm not a fan of Island Margarita like in 3 weeks because I feel like it's just too intense, but Wallflowers are not as intense as candles typically. So the keynotes are Sweet Mandarin Island, Mango, and Cecil. I mean, those have changed, but it's the same Island Margarita that we've had forever. I also picked up 2 in White Gardenia. It was interesting to me that the color of this is blue, but I mean, whatever, I don't really care. I love White Gardenia just in general. Keynotes are Gardenia Petals, Sweet Apple, and White Tuberose. I love this fragrance. It's definitely not for people who don't like florals. It's a very heavy in your face floral, but I really like it. I also picked up one in Tahiti Island Dream. If you remember, I think it was last year, this came back out as a throwback during summer SAS. The keynotes are fresh coconut water, sparkling mandarin, kiwi blossom, and Tahitian vanilla musk. I don't remember how that compares to the keynotes because I think I've used up all of my Tahiti Island Dream stuff. Anyway, but it smells the same. So nice. Like, I don't feel like I need to hoard it, but having one is fun. And then the very last one I picked up is one that I am taking a chance on. This is State Fair. I have not seen a Summer Boardwalk yet. Like, I love that fragrance. I think it's so fun. But this, I would say, is close. It's definitely not a repackage, but it's close to Summer Boardwalk. Keynotes are fresh kettle corn, maple pecans, and caramel drizzles. So again, not the same because it's missing that apple note, but I feel like especially with the like popcorn fragrance, it's pretty similar to Summer Boardwalk. So I'll definitely give that a try. Okay, so that is it. I feel like this was huge. Like, to me, this is a long video. It is 41 items. 41 items. I was actually pretty nervous that the bag that they gave me would not make it to the car and also inside, but alas it did. 41 items. So this is my receipt. It is crazy long, at least like in my opinion, that's crazy long. So like I said, 41 items. My total discount, again, I used the $2.99 and the 10 off 40. They wound up being able to do that at the same time. My total discount was $337.52, so not bad, $337.52. My total after tax was $175.96. So I will not complain for $175 for 41 products. I feel pretty good about that. So I'm not going to bother to go through my receipt to see what was the most expensive and least expensive, but I'm sure it was the candle and wallflowers. But that is it. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm sure I'll be back at least a little bit with some more hauling, some more empties like I always do. Around the end of SAS, I'll start back in with my collection updates, and you can see how I'm storing my Bath & Body Works collection in this new house. So definitely stay tuned. Welcome if you are new, by the way. My name is Rachel. I do mostly Bath & Body Works content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Lifting M Lipstick. I'll put that down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.